Hi, and welcome to Cat Run Figures. I'm your host, Caitlin, and today we are going to be reviewing Justice League versus Suicide Squad issue 5. So, this is a continuation of the Justice League versus Suicide Squad storyline. So, we have actually reviewed all of those, so go and check those out if you haven't already. But jumping right on into the comic, we pick up where Maxwell Lord has taken over the Justice League. So we get to see that in the first 2 minutes, Flash disabled all the weapons of mass destruction in the world. In the first 5 minutes, the Green Lanterns put up a barrier to protect the planet from extraterrestrial invaders. The first 7 minutes, our shores and borders were secured by Aquaman. In the first 9 minutes, Wonder Woman placed our so-called leaders under her protection. And in the first 10 minutes, Cyborg took hold of all communications. And now, Superman and Maxwell Lord have taken over the White House. And Maxwell Lord is now sitting in the chair of the president, stating that the United States are now safe. And he's kind of being torn. He's being controlled by the Diamond, and he's not sure whether or not it's completely him or not. But anywho, he decides he wants Amanda Waller there, and he sends Superman to go collect her. So we get to see Batman, Deadshot, and Amanda Waller while they were stuck underneath inside Belle Rev after exploding Lobo's head and after the whole fight with the Justice League versus the Suicide Squad. They don't know what happened to the League, and they're trying to get out of it. They're trying to get free, and they're kind of busy arguing over what could have happened until Superman shows up, and he's not himself. So Batman dons a kryptonite ring and tells Waller to stand back. He's going to take on Superman himself. He's done it before. Well, Superman stating that the powers of Maxwell Lord over him is so much so that even pain doesn't affect him. So he basically just tosses Batman aside like a rag doll and then snatches up Waller. Deadshot and Batman are they're no use in taking him on. But then we get to see Lobo has grown his head back, and he's kind of pissed off, wondering why in the world his head got blown up. So he goes to try to fight Batman, and Batman tells him that Max Lord had him under his mind control, and that was the only way they could think of in that time to get him to knock it off. So Lobo thanks him for taking care of his situation, but he needs to go kill Maxwell Lord now. So we get to see these three rejoin the rest of the Suicide Squad, and we find out that Aligar is still there, and he was supposed to be dealing with the Suicide Squad and finally finishing them off. Well, it's Cyborg, and Cyborg is having an issue. His human half is being controlled by Maxwell Lord, but his robot half had so many different protocols put in place in case he was being taken over at some point in time that he's able to fight it partially. So, I mean, that's great. I love the art throughout this book. But Batman stops the squad from doing any more possible damage to Cyborg, and Cyborg's telling them exactly what's going on within the world, and you can tell he is really struggling with trying to maintain any kind of control over himself. So Batman decides he's got to go after Lord. He has to go after Lord, and a number of the squad pipes up stating that they're going to go too. Actually, all of them decide they're going to go too. They don't like being called losers. Lobo has a score to settle with Maxwell Lord, and Killer Frost also doesn't want to see this world get destroyed, so they all decide they're going to go up against Maxwell Lord and the Justice League. They're going to help save the world. Well, we also get to see Max and Amanda Waller. They're discussing what all is going on. And Maxwell Lord thinks he's done it. He has saved this world. There's nothing but peace everywhere. And he's amazing. He's done everything that no one else has ever been able to accomplish. Well, he's wrong. The diamond is controlling him, and this is what we see outside of the White House. Yeah, it's kind of craziness. So Batman and his newly dubbed Justice League are going after these individuals, going after that diamond. Sorry, a lot of pages.
Actually, with your fingers, that makes it easier.
No. Anywho, there's all sorts of chaos going on outside of the White House, and then we get to see Batman's new Justice League show up, which, of course, Suicide Squad and Batman. They're going through, and Batman's screaming at them all, no killing, no killing. And Deadshot's saying, it'd be easier if they weren't trying to kill us. So they almost make it to the White House, and then we get to see the now taken over by Maxwell Lord Justice League are there and ready to fight. They are ready to fight. They are ready to kill. And that's pretty much where we left off. Maxwell Lord is being controlled by this diamond. He's trying to fight against it. Amanda Waller is trying to convince him to fight against it. The Justice League versus Batman's new Suicide Squad Justice League are going to go into a fight, and I don't really know how they're going to wrap all this up in one more issue. I've really been enjoying the hell out of the Justice League versus Suicide Squad storyline, especially with the fact that these two books have kind of just been spinning their wheels up until this. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really hoping it ends off on a high note. So give me a like if you like this video, comment below, and tell me whether or not you're reading this book and if you're enjoying it as much as I am. And are you also kind of worried with how they're going to sum all this up in one issue? Subscribe to my channel for more comic book content, and check out any of the older videos we have up for offer here on Cat Run Figures. We did review all of the previous issues, so check those out if you haven't already. And until next time, I'm your host, Caitlin. Bye.